Welcome back to Omni Garage. So interior cleaners is a really interesting topic to talk about. So you've got your general interior cleaners that just clean plastics, clean trim, maybe leave a little bit of a scent in the cabin, but that's all they do is they just clean. Then you have products that have got cleaning capabilities and products that have got a little bit of a UV blocker inside, which sort of is a protectant to your interior. So it would, protect your trim, protect your door cards, protect your screens, that sort of stuff. Now, typically what I find with these products is that when they have UV protectants in them, it's quite hard to work with that product. So they can leave streaking, they can leave residue behind, they can often over gloss the interior, and it sort of looks like you've definitely applied a particular dressing to the surface. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to do a 50-50 on this door card. We're going to show you what unfinished trim sort of looks like, and we're going to show you what this product does when you apply to it. I think what's really important is to find one of these products that adds a little bit of protectant to the surface, because if you're driving your car all the time in harsh sunlight, especially in New Zealand, like we have really harsh sunlight here, over time that will fade your trim, especially in the front part of the car where you don't maybe have tinted glass, etc. But I also think it's super important to find a product that's not going to make it look like you've just applied a wax to the interior of your cabin.
Now, when Glenn says that we have really harsh sun in New Zealand, he's not saying we have a different sun to anyone else, but to those who haven't been here before, you can burn super easy here.
In about 10 minutes.
Yeah, we got this like hole in our ozone layer, so UV is frequently up to like 13, 14 here, whereas I know that from being recently in Europe in the heat of summer, the UV was at like 4 or 5 every day. So a product like this is pretty important in this part of the world.
Now, I would recommend that you spray this product directly onto the towel. Don't spray it to your door card because you get overspray. Now, overspray is not necessarily a problem if you've just got like a simple cleaner, because they either flash away or you can remove it. But when you've got protectants in it, you're going to leave like little white dots all over your trim. Now, I know that from one that I've applied. I sprayed it to this area and it goes over there, and if you don't see it, you'll have like dots everywhere, and it's annoying, and it's annoying to remove because you can't really remove it. It'll fade away over time. So that's why I recommend applying it on the towel.
The other way that you could apply this would be to like an applicator pad, but I think that's more for an interior dressing rather than something that you're trying to do dual purpose, because you're trying to use this right now. Its intended purpose is to be a cleaner and a protected.
It's a 2-in-1.
Exactly. And I mean, I can see at the top here where it hasn't quite, yeah, there we go, you've just got it.
And so you definitely have to be careful with these types of products, because you've got to apply them, you've got to make sure you get it all, a little bit more attention to the detail when you're cleaning, rather than, if you were just doing a normal cleaner, you could be a little bit sort of less precise with it.
The instruction on the product is to apply it to one side and then flip to a clean side of your towel, or get a second clean towel, and you're essentially removing the excess. So if you pull that tape away, can we see a pretty clear difference?
Not really.
I mean, that's what I want though. I don't think with a product like this you want to see a difference in the two sides. Can you feel a difference with your hand running it across?
Not really.
It's not tackier?
No. I could apply a bit more and see what happens. Some of these do leave the finish so glossy and, really shiny, super glossy, and they also feel real slick. And you can definitely see that you've applied something. So Glenn is absolutely right. You want this to leave a nice matte finish to the surface. You want it to be removed relatively easy. You don't want to have streaking. And at the same time, you are going to have to be a little bit careful about where you're applying it, because...
See, I'm in for a feel there. I mean, I think the whole idea with a product like this, I don't want to know that it's even there. I want it to block the UV, and I want it to do it in a way that it's not like, hey, look at me, look at how shiny or glossy or different it looks to the rest of the plastics on my car.
So I don't think that's altered any of the properties of the plastic there. It's left it, like it says, a nice matte finish.
And that is really important for me. Our favorite interior cleaners are those that essentially protect the finish of our car, doesn't leave it altered at all from the way it comes from the factory, OEM. Satin, matte, not tacky. I think you have to work a little bit harder with this product. I'm just watching it through the camera lens as it dries, and
it does flash, but you have to be like that little streak there flashed, but you can see down here it hasn't quite flashed yet.
Yeah, and that's where I think you could end up with some maybe high spots that potentially look
here's
glossy.
another example here. You can see where it's flashed around, but hasn't quite flashed there. So this is not just a quick spray on and a quick wipe and move on. This isn't like a quick detailer. You have to be a little bit careful about it. You have to be a bit more deliberate about your removal of the product. There is a little flashing property there, but just be a little bit careful. This isn't just a quick interior clean. This is like an interior clean, and you're kind of applying a UV blocker, a dressing type product to the surface of your vehicle.
Now, Griots say that this product is safe on a whole bunch of different interior finishes. So it's saying here that you can use this on vinyl, plastic, rubber, leather, metal, wood, I don't know how you want to use this on wood, painted trim, glass, and in-car monitors. I think I would be very careful applying this. I would not want to apply it to glass, and I think that that kind of leads into interior screens as well. You sprayed this, you tested this just before we filmed a video. I don't have a big nav screen or anything in there, but I've got a small little radio screen, which has a little bit of glass on it, and it left quite a bit of streaking on there, didn't it?
Yeah, typically these products do leave a little bit of streaking behind, and so how I would apply this product, or how I would apply a product that's got UV blockers in it, is that I would use it to the front half of the car. I would apply it to areas where it's going to see sunlight, long periods of sunlight, and I wouldn't be using this every week. I'd be using this every sort of month or so, or every time I noticed that maybe it had lost its sort of slight little sheen, and then I would reapply. So it'd be something I'd use sparingly, once or twice every sort of couple of months or so, and that's how I'd be using that product. And then I'll be going back to the very basic interior cleaner, and that's what I would be using sort of every week, and that would be what I'd be routinely doing to make sure that the interior of this car stays protected but also stays quite clean as well.
So this product category is something that we're interested in, although we were talking off camera a little bit. The delivery of this product is not something necessarily sold on.
Yeah, so what I would like to see would be just a particular dressing that was a standalone dressing that had UV blockers in it that I could just grab and use once the interior was already clean. And so this does both. It like cleans and it sort of leaves that protectant behind. But I would just want to use their interior cleaner every day, and then I want to come across every sort of couple of months and apply the dressing and put the dressing back on the shelf and just use the regular interior cleaner week after week.
And I think the reason why is if you have a look at this here, we've got a little bit of, it's not overspray, it's like over wipe right there. It's got onto this piece of trim.
And so if you push the product from here to a different area, you have to be mindful that you've pushed that product there, because it will start to alter the properties of surrounding trim. So that's why you've got to be super careful about it. And that's why I would want to be using this only sparingly, not every week, because I mean every week then you're going to have to keep chasing things like this. Okay, so there you are. That's how you apply the interior detailer from Omni Garage. This is the one that's got the UV protectants in it. I would be using this very sparingly, and I'd be careful about how I apply it. I'll be applying it every couple of months or so when I can see that the UV protectant has sort of, I guess, rubbed off or deteriorated. And so for my weekly maintenance of cleaning the interior of the vehicle, I would be using the Omni Garage interior cleaner. That's it from Omni Garage. Subscribe to the channel so you get more tips and tricks about how to use a large range of detailing products. Thanks for watching, and catch you on the next one.